Great. Good. Hold on. One more. And all right, here we go. He should go on now.
And you said you should be going on now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Everyone's on now.
We're
Yep.
all set?
All right. Before we begin, I'd like to let everyone know that this meeting is being recorded and can be for at a later date. All yours. Sorry, guys.
So,
Going.
this bill was so important, so they decided to put it in effect on July 4th, 2020. If you look at the bill, it's on the 3 pages, it says that outreach campaign should be done by Department of Building, Chamber of Commerce, Department of Small Business Services, Department of Consumer Affairs. It was way before Consumer Affairs became Consumer Affairs and Workers Protection, Business Improvement Districts, and on and on and on and on. And it applies to gates that are installed after 2000. I strongly believe, and I believe before, and I believe now, it's not really smart bill, but all of city agencies, in my opinion, fail the outreach process. Because if we are talking about gates installed after 2011, first and foremost, Department of Building had to work with installers and make sure they're not offering something which not going to be in compliance. Because I do know businesses that bought and installed new solid gates 6 months ago. So what's going to happen now? They're saying also Department of Building send flyers. I don't know where, I don't know how, because not even one business on Brighton Beach Avenue, including Brighton Beach, we did not get anything. So that's an example of good gates. Okay, it's part of the flyer. I don't know why printed this way, but even good gates, it's with graffiti. I don't know, maybe it's required now to have 70% see-through with graffiti. I don't know. So I had no idea. Yes, I'm getting old like all of us, and I totally forgot about bill from 2000. So I was alerted by Sam. He sent me a flyer he found. And even though Department of Building claims they start their outreach in January, it's not true. Okay. So I reached to, as soon as I figured it out, I reached to Department of Small Business Services, Kayla, Ina Vernikov, our local city elected official city council member, Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce. Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce is working on its own letters, and they have so many organizations, including Merchants Association, bids and on, they're going to sign opposing this bill. I just got an update today from Kayla's office. I knew a week ago that she sent the request for legislation, so they're going to work on it. And now, pretty soon on the floor, it's going to be 2 different bills. One bill, it's Kayla bill, she's the main sponsor. It would delay implementation for at least 2 years. The second bill, Kayla is not the main sponsor. I did not read it. I was told they want to repeal this law. Why? Because to me, you tell me if I'm wrong. If not even a word being mentioned in the bill about safety or crime prevention and only visibility, and Department of Building flyer, the full flyer, says, let's make our streets more attractive. So in my view, again, might be wrong, it's a stated bill, which is going to cost businesses and property owners thousands of dollars. Because lately, when Department of Building start moving, the price is increased 20%. Or late. And it might be more.
From the
So-
gate manufacturer.
Yes, from the gate installers, okay?
Oh,
Yeah. 20% average. So. I'm sorry. All of you have to spend time in this evening. I push for it, I orchestrate it because I believe it's important. And I believe our letter is important because we are an example. Community Board 13 is an example of what we call moms and pops. Even though we have some big businesses, but we are home for hundreds of businesses that not only provide for their families, they create jobs and provide for many others. Many businesses I spoke to say, you know what? If we have to remove those gates, we just remove those gates, leave those windows open, and we're gonna sue the city. I mean, good luck to them. But still, you cannot compare what businesses are facing now with 2009. Some still did not recover from Sandy because the grants and loan system was terrible. After we had COVID, I compare electric bill for the same business from 2017 and now. It's more than twice higher. So, and also, as you can see from the letter, we were told by our new mayor that one of his goals, make sure that businesses pay less fines. So maybe, you know what, we are not gonna ask businesses to pay $100 for a dirty street, but 1 week later, we're gonna come to you and tell you to pay thousands to satisfy the state bill. Okay,
So-
I'm done.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a good summary. Does anyone have any other discussion on local law 75?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This was made in 2009, correct?
Yes.
So 2009, crime in our city was at a different level. And when crime was committed in our city in 2009, children who committed crimes or people who committed crimes were actually positively included. Now they're not.
Right,
So you're opening up
Right.
these businesses for,
then if anybody
you know,
online has a
vandalism and
question,
security.
have them raise their
In
hands.
2009, I owned a DJ business. I secured my equipment in that business. I would have not ever complied with this law, because why would I put a gate in that could easily have been broken into and have all my equipment stolen? And the DA is not gonna prosecute the crime because they don't prosecute crimes anymore. So this is a terrible law. I completely agree with, sending a letter disagreeing with this.
Thank you. Let me take one more comment, then we'll go on.
It is not businesses, small business. It's not only stores. It's all auto shops, garages, and everything else. It's a different groups, M group and B group and S group. So each and every business that have gates, I mean, I spoke to somebody, even Neptune Avenue or on Crabsy Avenue, doesn't matter. And I spoke to the guy because I said, when we can walk on this sidewalk, they will put cars and on and on. And I don't know how it started. And he said, they can find me. I'm not gonna open my storefront. I don't want anybody to see what kind of cars I have inside. So that's yes, Mayor, and I'm
Thank you.
suing.
We'll take, and then just before you go, anyone online, if raise your hands, we'll get to you in just a moment. That's fine.
Now, my whole question is that reading this bill again and again, right? They're gonna go after anybody who installed a gate after 2011. It is my understanding that in order to install a gate, one has to get a permit from the buildings department. Then the buildings department's supposed to follow up. There was,
Okay, no, because they were not supposed to, because the people should be in compliance by July 1st. The problem is, it's a retention, it's businesses come and go. If you have a business, let's say if you stay in business for 20 years, okay, the same owner, the same building, the same gate. Most probably, you have a proof that your gate was installed before 2011. But let's say somebody bought the business. Maybe they did not change the gate. But I know, I'm not the business owner, but I kind of understand the transaction system, okay? But I don't believe that the bill from gate being installed, it's a part of transaction business. So for people to prove that those gates were installed before 2009, they had to request a record from Department of Building and on and on. That's it.
First
Extra
of all,
cost.
it's available online. Everything is available online now. All right, you can get it. But it takes a lot of thinking, but you can get it.
Not really.
Not really, Mayor, number one.
I'll spend that.
Well, hang on, but before we go off on that tangent, which is,
Okay, when I'm a violation, the latest violation.
Not about violation.
What's the
We're
violation?
talking about permits.
so,
Violation, yeah, you can pay online, 100%. But what's your business transaction with the Department of Building, you're referring to, that's easy to get right now, online. You have to wait like 6 hours in Department of Building, you go online, you get an application, you fill out the application, then you go to Department of Building and stay in line for 6 hours,
maybe more.
or maybe a couple of days, yeah. How about that? What
So,
was your last transaction, if you talk?
so I'm sorry, hang on. We're getting just a little bit off topic. I sort of want to stay on how we feel about this and how we feel about this bill.
You're talking on behalf of the say something.
Yeah.
You have to be forward with the same. Don't just go ahead and. Something.
I'm gonna take,
Say.
let's take one more comment here, then I want to see.
We have two hands online.
Lucy's got her hand.
Yeah.
Well, hang on one second, please.
A few things, for me, the main reason for the.
we can't hear you.
Okay, I will try to sell out. Should we ask small businesses or businesses what they need before coming up with any bills? Because we're trying to decide for the businesses that.
No, we are not,
want it.
Angela, we are not trying to decide for the business.
I mean, whoever come up with it.
Okay, it was not business, it was people who are not part of city council anymore. I don't know if they were lobbied by somebody, definitely not by business. Okay, definitely not by business.
I'm saying. Any kind of thing, I'm not involved.
We don't know.
No, the argument, aesthetics, few words about aesthetics. One size doesn't fit all. Sometimes they can work from Madison Avenue, for Park Avenue, doesn't work on Brighton Beach, on Mermaid Avenue. There is different types of businesses. Those businesses don't keep the lights on all night. Even if they have this, it's not gonna lit the site. It will still be dark. So that's all.
Thank you, especially for this amount of money.
We have Dan from the Alliance.
Shoot, Dan, go for it.
Yeah, I want to be very quick because I think I know where this is going. But I just want to add to what Elena said. The Alliance, feels the same way. There's too many businesses we have that would potentially be fined. And if this were repealed, we'd be doing the city a favor, because this is something they can't do. They can't fine everybody, which is what they'd have to do. Because if you go down any street on Mermaid Avenue, on Surf Avenue, on Brighton Beach, there's just too many rolled down gates to make this a feasible ordinance to enforce. That's it.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, then, happy birthday.
Happy
We
birthday,
have
Dan.
Lucy.
Lucy?
Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Okay, happy birthday, Dan. Dan, I kind of disagree with you because I believe it was Marianne that said Department of Buildings has records of this. All they have to do is look at these records and they know who has what. And the cities loves to take money from people, and businesses. They don't want them to thrive. You have a lot more experience. Well, you have all the experience. I have none, but just I wanted to add that. They will find people. They will find ways to find people, excuse me. I want to thank the community board for bringing this issue up. The only comment that I would like to add is there a way that the community board can like notify all the businesses that you are aware of? I believe Eddie had a book somewhere with businesses by email or whatever, and give them, simple lane wording, because Yelena said that as far as she knows, Brighton businesses weren't informed. I don't know if Coney Island business were informed. And when the hearing will be, when it's scheduled. And since you're drafting a letter, maybe, on the reverse side, put the copy of the letter that the community board is against it. Because we all know the city doesn't tell everyone, they just decide to come and give you, violations. So that's just my recommendation. I think this is disgusting on the city side. Thank you.
There's no hearing.
I believe she said that, I believe someone said that the city council is going to have a hearing. Did not what
Not on
Yelena said?
this bill, on the new bill, which
Right,
is
to
about,
pause it.
yeah, repealing or delaying this bill.
Right, well, then that's the one I'm speaking of, the appeal one. And then there's another one you said afterwards to just demolish it. Am I correct?
Abolishing it, that's correct.
But that's
All right, so-
after this bill is due to start.
Right.
Yes, but
So if-
but the first
Oh, it's
bill, I
after.
believe will be
I'm
short
sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt.
July
Are
1st.
the city
It will
council
start.
meetings after July 1st or before?
I believe the first bill that Kayla put gonna be first, but
Yeah,
I
it
just
has
got,
to be before. It doesn't make any sense to pause something after.
okay. I just got info today. I
Mhm.
promise, like I always do, as soon as I have more information, I would inform community board. And you're
Mhm.
absolutely right that businesses should be informed, because the only reason to send this letter from community board 13, not because we want to show speaker of the city council our beautiful letterhead, just to show that we advocate for businesses located within community board 13.
Right, because I believe you said sorry to interrupt everyone, but I believe Yelena said in Brighton, most businesses are not aware of this. And if, we're really adamant about it, let's notify them ourselves. The city doesn't notify anybody for anything. That's just my comment. And I think again, I'll say it's disgusting all around. Thank you.
Thanks,
Jim.
Lucy.
Jeff Sanoff has his hand up.
Yeah, hang on, I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
thank-
get Mr.
thank you.
Rhodes, Jeff.
Happy birthday,
Hold
Dan.
hold on a minute, Jeff.
Hang on, Jeff.
Okay.
Hold on.
1 second, get right to it. Yes.
Thank you, Jeff.
Two comments. Right. First of all, many businesses are operated under licenses of the state, or some of them are even federal. So the city cannot just make a swiping, regulation and regulate businesses which are operated above the city. So basically, this regulation is circumcise the rights of the states and the state's authority, because those licenses already been licensed. I mean, those businesses already been licensed by the state. So this law is not going to be applied, because if the state is approved that business and the business operates, there's no needs for any gates or something. The city cannot do on that. Second thing is a bigger concern. Every time the city infringe upon the rights of the business to operate their business as they please, if it's within the previous law, now the city has to show something like a very reasonable cause why they doing it. They have to show us a study. They have to show us some statistic or not. They cannot just come up and say, okay, now we want this. Because this is my right as that's what I understand. This is as a business owner, when I put my money into the business and I was approved, or I'm just, grandfathered into something and I'm doing my business, the city cannot just come and say, okay, now you have to do something else.
You're absolutely right.
If they want to do something,
Yeah.
if you want me to comply with something, or if they want me to have something, they have to fund me, they have to install them themselves, but I don't know where they're gonna get it. Again, from me, no, I'm not gonna be paying my business taxes for the city for the city to come and install something, what they want me to do. Now it's like a double taxation, they tax me, and now they're saying I have to spend another thousands of dollars on something that I don't even know why they wanna do that. Because there's no any explanation on the city part, as my colleague already said, that it was 2009, there might be some reason that, even though I don't recall that there was a reason about the crime or something. Or whatever, what's the reason for that, open up? What do you call it?
Okay.
You know, so-
Thank you.
Okay,
Then again,
but with the letter, we gotta take some, got,
no, Jeff wants to speak and I have something to ask.
Alright,
Jeff, you're up, bud.
Okay, thank you. Again, happy birthday, Dan. I had a
Thanks.
business for over 25 years at 2209 Coney Island Avenue. It existed from about 1992 to 2015. And I had a full gate that was covered. And I was never notified, never had any DOB inspectors down or anything for that period of time after 2009 when this bill was passed by the city council. And to be honest with you, my business, I had a printing business. The first part of it in the front was an office. So what I would do, if I was forced to do it, I would leave the gate open all the time. So what are they going to do then? If I don't show the gate, just glass. So that's what I wouldn't go through the expense of getting the new gate. And I think a lot of businesses would do that. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Jeff. And just let's.
Yes, yeah.
One more and then.
Letter. No, I don't have any comment.
Okay,
I believe that everyone read the letter. If not, you have a letter in front.
actually,
I am asking this committee to make some changes. We have an example of Mermaid Avenue, and I appreciate Eric that he went to Mermaid Avenue and checked all of those businesses. But there are so many numbers, and also singling out Mermaid Avenue, I'm not sure it's a good correlation. So what I'm asking this committees to agree on to change this paragraph into paragraph that businesses.
Can we get a copy, couple of more copies of the letter that people back?
So just to change this paragraph to another paragraph saying that within community board 13, less than 10% of patients are in compliance. Because, for example, in Brighton Beach, I walk from Ocean Parkway to Brighton 14. Sorry, I did not go to Brighton 15. I just saw from 120 to storefronts. I just saw 5 of them. So if you add Brighton and Mermaid Avenue, which is doing better than Brighton, it will give you about 10%. So if you don't mind, just to change this paragraph, not to single out one area and talk about entire community. Then I'm done.
thank you.
No more work from.
Who, yeah, please.
Fine, did you ask them why, how did they know? They
Oh,
didn't
no,
have-
it's not because of them. For example, across the street, it's Coney Island, USA. And their gate are, God knows how many years old. But they wanted to people to see their window in air. That's why they put, yeah, also, some new businesses, especially those new buildings, okay? The companies now offering, not 6 months ago, not 8 months ago, but now they're offering those kind of gates. Also, there are 2 businesses, one on West Fifth Street, it's the bookstore and home food store on West Fifth Street, from, the corner from Neptune. They have 100% in compliance gate. They have gate inside, by the way. So it's up to business. Again, many people in Manhattan or downtown Brooklyn, when they have pedestrians walking back and forth, they might need it. But in our area, with those prices for electric, I-
So, thank you, and thank you all. So what I'm hearing is, unless someone would like to raise their hand otherwise, that we're against local law 75s. Strongly against local law 75. Is that true for everyone online as well?
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
So, hang one second, hang on. So, I'm going there. So, Yelena, did you write this?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
What-
it's not, I had an idea, Barbara.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what I'd like to do though is I'd like to ask you, please, because it sounds like this needs to be fleshed out a little bit more with on this paragraph that talks about what's really happening here. The more specific we could be, may I suggest that we be. So maybe we can go back and maybe you and Barbara could get together again and redraft this, and please distribute it to the members of the committee.
Redraft it in way of what?
So
What
that
do you wanna add?
I would like to add more information. We talk about mermaid, we're not talking about surf.
So you wanna sub it in tiny?
Yes, I want to talk about the neighborhood because I don't just want to talk about mermaid. Because when people think about Coney Island, it's mermaid, we've got businesses on surf, on Stillwell, etc. I'd like to do a little bit more research and beef this up with a little bit more detail.
So you believe to pay after our research, we discovered that less than 15 whatever percent businesses are in compliance, it's not even on the numbers?
Well, I'd like to say that we did we did an informal survey of our 3 major business corridors. And then I'd like to expand this a little bit in committee amongst ourselves, and then we'll come back here with a letter that we feel is ready to go.
Come back here again.
I think we need to get this letter
Yeah.
before the next council meeting.
Yeah.
Yes.
We won't have
No,
time
we
for-
don't. We are the committee. We can decide that we're not done yet with what we are, or unless you all feel that, unless the committee feels that this is done.
Okay, let's,
I don't feel it's as convincing as it might be since we're all in agreement on where we want to go.
okay, again, we can add more numbers. I don't wanna be late, because Chamber of
Late to
Commerce.
what?
Late.
Because this is still March.
When any council member put request for legislation, that's the first step. Okay? So second step, which is done, bill is drafted, okay? So they're gonna push for it to have hearing or to go to committee first within, before July.
Okay.
That's what I was told by Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce as well. And they wanna send this letter before, second week of April. I don't know why they have second week of April. They might have more information. I would call tomorrow Ina's office or Kayla office to find out if there is any kind of schedule. So the reason we are sending this letter or those letters, whatever, just to support, no, maybe somebody else will send the letter, I don't know. Maybe, well, I meet with my board and we decide to send our own letter. Alliance meets and you decide to send your own letter. So the reason we are sending those letters for our council members to have something in their hands, okay, and say, look, okay, this is why, I don't know, if we have to meet again and discuss, we have full board meeting on 25th, okay? So if we have to meet again and discuss this letter again, we won't have a product before end of April.
That's valid. Yeah, Joanne.
Just a question, can we put a motion out now to accept this letter as is and go forward from here?
Yeah. Michael?
You certainly can do that, but not if there are objections to the letter. But then why would you want to do that? You might kill it, even though you believe in it, but you just want some more info in there. But you can approve the concepts.
Sure.
And as soon as corrections are done, and it's gonna be done by Monday, okay, each and every committee member, before it goes to full board,
Mhm.
will get it
Good,
and review it. That's
Right.
it.
good.
We have someone on line, Gloria? Yes, Gloria is on. Do you have a question, Gloria? You have to unmute.
You're muted, Gloria.
You
You can hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay. I agree with the gentleman with the brown sweater. I didn't see his name and I don't really know him. But I agree that it should be a little bit more investigation in this matter because Brighton Beach as a whole, you cannot compare Brighton Beach to Mermaid Avenue because it's only bodegas. There's no real stores on there where you could do several different things. So I think that everybody should wait instead of rushing this deal because at the end of the day, we all have to still live in Coney Island. That's it.
Thank you,
It's Coney Island.
thank you. So it sounds like a plan was just mentioned that we can make a motion to accept this with some changes. So we can entertain that, and that would give the committee a week to make some changes, discuss it amongst ourselves and have that ready for the meeting on the 25th. Joanne, should we put out
Yeah.
someone want to make that motion?
Changes in terms of describing the situation in our district.
That rails should be installed inside.
No.
No, they can only get.
No,
Okay,
no,
no.
because, no, it's not technical. It looks like they overlook, let's not remind them. Okay?
I would not put the. Changes.
Okay,
Modification.
that's fine, that's fine, okay.
I would entertain a motion then to accept the letter with some changes, alterations, additions to follow. Would anyone like to make a motion?
Yeah.
Thank you. And we have a second? We have a second, very good. And third, those in favor?
You got the
Oh,
committee
sorry.
first.
Disagree.
Get the committee.
Committee. Thank you, Michael.
Wait.
Joanne.
Joanne means,
You said-
wait. Let me get the check. Yes, it has to go through the. Both committee. Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
Anytime.
All right, we're good.
Okay, I'm going to do the link.
No, only economic development.
Economic, and then you could take as a,
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's why.
No,
So we got Tom who raised his hand first. Who's gonna second Tom? All right, Tom's the first one,
thank you.
and Robin's second. Thank you.
In favor.
Victoria, Robin, Andre.
You said in favor.
Annette.
It's
and now
passed.
if you want, you can take a sense of the other people in the room just as added ammunition.
I would like that
It's
very
not
much.
binding. It's not
Okay.
blinding, but the other people in the room, that's up to you.
Okay.
Actually, is there anyone here who objects to what was just voted in? We have unanimous consent
Okay.
from everybody present, unless there's someone
No,
online.
no, no, no.
Oh, they can't.
They're not in the committee.
That's right. Thank you.
Wednesday, right?
Oh, no, consent, yes, consensus.
So,
It's a joint meeting.
so, yes, but doesn't that conclude the business in front of the Economic Development Committee?
Yes, someone.
Yes,
So I would entertain a motion just to close our portion of this evening's meeting.
yes, yep,
So is
Tom,
there a second?
second. Okay,
Thank you.
Robin.
Those in favor on the committee of ending this discussion, please signify by raising your hand.
Yes, they all did. They're
Thank you
leaving.
very much.
Thank
All
you,
right.
guys.
Now I pass it off to the
Yeah.
Chair of Land Use.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Angela, everybody else. So what happens?
Yes, you can leave, yes, yes.
Now,
Economic committee can leave.
They can.
Economic can leave.
if,
Thank
economic
you.
development wants to stay here, you're welcome. If you're not, you can leave. Up to you guys, whatever you choose. Now, is. What's your? Well, we're just happy.
No, no, no,
Everyone's going to pray. What do you mean?
Okay, guys,
Thank you.
good.
Yeah, all the cool people are leaving, and we're stuck here.
We got the land use.
Land use. What is that? I mean, we both put it out in front.
I don't know it anymore.
I don't know, I don't know what just happened, which was the reason. I don't know.
No, because we didn't want to have it,
Because we want.
we didn't have any more dates available to have another meeting. We don't need them, you don't need them. Sure.
We have to discuss it again.
No.
No.
Oh, you have to park.
Sure, parcel A, no, this is parcel A. Sure, parcel
I
A.
have only one question.
Sure. No, you don't have to, you don't have to.
It was just
That was a
in
good.
order to consolidate the calendar, because there was no more time.
There's no more
we had them
dates.
at the same. At the
Yeah, at the same
day.
time.
But it's okay.
Okay.
Wait a minute, there will be issues. Department buildings, it's a department buildings. There will be issues.
What does that mean?
Department buildings, zoning.
Sure, okay,
Okay,
yes,
okay. All right, so everything's okay to proceed or land use? Now we're gonna focus on one thing, only land use, which is the letter itself. Anything you guys want to change about the letter itself, and kind of only focus on letter itself. We got the sale,
Or
we got the sale of the, letter of, discussion of letter of position for 2009, discussion letter of support for Coney Island West Parcel A, which is actually gonna be a sale. So this is the letter of support, which, we got the sale itself, which would happen anyways. But this is a situation where the committee has, committee itself has an option to pretty much ask for something out of it. So we'll go focus on letter itself. You had the presentation of what's gonna be built over there, 500 units. So it's about letter itself. Got four, if you look up the letter, everybody has a copy of it? And online? Anything, the only thing which is questionable over here is, which stands out is zero additional cost to the developer. That's one thing which maybe you want to reconsider.
Not reconsider, okay. It was talking about the language, not reconsider. We were talking about the land. Number one, Michael Silverman did a great job. He wrote beautiful draft, okay? It was sent to community board. It went to committee even before we were working on it, whatever. What is done is done. So what we have to do now to come up with the final product. Let's say, let's use those words, let's not use those words or whatever. It's So it's up to you.
I'll leave it up to you also.
I would not leave zero cost to the developer because one of the subjects, it's not really zero cost to developer, but
What isn't a zero cost of development?
the room. If they're gonna designate room instead of renting it to somebody else, it's not really zero cost. But you know my opinion about zero cost, it's completely different. It has nothing to do with that.
And it's just like extra information that we don't need, it's not up to us to decide if it costs
We
them
can't hear what
anything.
you're saying, Angela.
I'm saying it's also not up to community board to decide, will it cost them something or not? It's not
Yes.
our point, it just takes away from the point, this is what we want, this is our condition. That's the point.
I put it in there because I think it adds an important point to the uninitiated. In other words, there's no cost to the developer for any of this.
So
If
they're
it is a
not jumping
community
into
room, right, I mean, it should be a no-brainer on the developer's point. For example, so it's a community room because it's only gonna hold 40 to 50 people tops, right? That's what the working group throughout that time, all right? So if it's a community room, well, it's a community room, and on this date, this group that's verified by CB 13 wants to hold a community meeting.
Yeah.
The room is still there.
Yeah, but
That's explanation for us, I get it, but they asking for the letter to be presented to the borough hall, right? So the borough, Brooklyn Borough Hall will receive the letter and say, okay, zero cost to the borough board.
but let's
Right,
be,
but that makes it more important because they don't know what we know about the area and the community. More important to remind them, hey, we're not in his pockets.
you are. You're saying them all due respect. I apologize, Think about this, here's a community room, he has to hire staff, he has to pay somebody a salary to take the appointment, to go and they clean the room. Put the chairs out, put tables out, it costs labor costs. Even take a phone call, he calls office, we have a staff member in the office, he has to pay salary to somebody.
So the same person that would normally make an appointment for the community room
Uh-huh.
would not be able to make an appointment for the community? Talk, it's the same person, it's office staff. You don't break down what an office or a maintenance person, he's gotta clean the room anyway. Think about that,
No, you have a point.
but that's,
Is this the community
No,
room
we
for,
not designated fund, we not plans, we don't know. if
because
it's
community room it could be for the building, the building cloud.
Right.
But it's not for the,
No,
let's put it outside.
right,
We don't know. if the
we're
figure is
asking,
not.
we're asking for a space.
To be built. or
They
it's
have,
already-
no, that
Bit
they already
more.
have in their plans, every building has a community.
But they can build.
They have- We're asking for the room for outside community,
Then it's,
not for the building.
then it's additional cost from my point of view. Because you don't pay maintenance, you don't pay fee, you're coming from the outside.
Right,
You have community room in your building.
Yeah.
Right? It's not for the outside people. You can schedule a party, but the Ward 13 will get your community room and rent it. That's
Not
additional
rent.
cost.
They want free.
I know, but we want it for free, right?
right,
So for your building, it will be additional cost,
Or insurance go up.
whatever, because you rent the room for free. I mean, is this like really important to put no additional cost? At least for
no,
community?
none of this is important because the bottom line is this package is going through. Whatever the
Yeah, I
community
know.
board says, but the bottom line is while we're asking for something,
No, I'm not.
add it to the list.
I'm not against asking for the community. For community.
Right.
To be aware. I just, it's not the zero cost for the developer, but again, doesn't really matter for us or for the community board, for the board.
Listen, okay,
I would change it, yeah, I would.
Right, that's important, fine.
But for different reason, Michael, you know about it.
Also, there are 4 items in there, 4 separate items. One of them really important, the community room. The other ones, everything's important. But developer may say, again, maybe, could be, would be, maybe. You want those 4 things? I'll give you 3. I'll give you this developer should consider offering hiring qualified. He'll do it anyways. You're gonna hire qualified anyways, you're gonna hire. You're not gonna hire not that qualified.
How can we guarantee to qualify for the local?
I mean,
Okay, we are asking them to try. We are asking them to try, okay? It's not like even city remove the preference when it comes to housing, affordable housing. City is removing preference for the local community. Okay, we are asking them to consider whatever.
yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be, obviously someone's good to hire local. Okay, so look over number 1, 2, 3, 4. See if they're gonna change it when they put a modification, only focus on letter O, also make the letter better and stronger. That's all. Andrew, the Mary Krieger.
Question. Right. Number 2, why is it referred to as community? Here it says
Community
community,
become,
I'm a member of South Brooklyn Co-ed. It's not a community.
Instead of saying parcel A, I called it community. Because it is gonna be its own community there. It's a 500+ building. Anybody
No,
looking at it will
500+.
have no idea what parcel A means.
500+ apart. Yeah.
Right.
We can put the management to be doing the role. Or
what the
whatever.
building means, up to you, whatever you feel comfortable. Yes, Angela, please.
So, sentence, at the meeting of the community board 13 land use committee working group meeting convened to informally discuss our community needs wish list before a full land use committee meeting, and being very aware that project does not really need the community board support letter. I would remove that, because if they ask for this letter, they need letter. As a matter of fact, maybe not. But I read Section 384, disposal of the city property, specifically asking for the letter. But I'm not an attorney, I'm not going to discuss it. I'm saying this is extra sentence. If we took effort to write the letter, why would we say you don't need this letter, but here it is? Kind of, I would rather remove.
Makes sense.
So, remove the, we can, just read it one more time, so back at you.
And being very aware that the project doesn't really need the community board letter, but here, well, we want to go home. Have our children. It's.
Good point, good point. Sure.
Look how- What was behind, what was my here? And it's, okay, let's try to. From all 4, everything's important, but my baby, my personal baby, it's a community room for people to meet. So if we put only one request, it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
And Michael is absolutely right about becoming a member of this, whatever organization. Yet we can still, we should put in writing that we expect them to have a relationship with community board 13. They have to, like, we have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. They come to cabinet meeting, they report. Also, they promise us, and we get this meeting, they're gonna be in constant contact. So that's why I reported, but my real baby, it's, you can't get this.
That's a good precedent.
Huh? Doesn't matter.
Okay, now, anybody online has a question, comments, or? Just keep an eye. Any other yeah. Oh,
I just have one.
Anybody online?
Nope, never mind.
With regard to zero additional cost to the developer, I think instead of putting it 4 times, it can be as a sentence prior to the list, which says at little to no cost to developer.
Already in the
It's
last paragraph.
Yeah, it's the last paragraph.
So you can just delete
It's
the
just
zero
delete
additional
here.
cost on each line. If
Right.
that's what the
Yeah,
committee wants.
but I just put that as.
Everybody else agrees, or?
Okay, I believe it should be the same. Whoever gonna work on it, it should be done before the meeting and sent to committee members. We're gonna vote for
So-
letter with modifications, additions, like the previous one. And we are going to, and,
Original.
Yeah, so have it ready
So-
by Mondays, right, by Monday
yeah,
and.
but I can't.
Okay, but it's still gonna be communication,
that.
it's not the final, very final draft, it's still play. Listen, I have my own opinion about
Okay,
the cost.
By Tuesday, whatever, but it should be sent to committee members, at least to review do before.
Okay.
Find out.
Have the original.
Because I mean,
Did I say?
if I give community room to the people, I got the staff to put the chairs out, the tables out. Mop the floors.
They're on your staff to begin with.
Hmm.
You're not paying extra for that. It's exactly what we do at Warvest. It's exactly what they do anywhere else. All right? You're not paying overtime for that. I tell my porter this community room is gonna be, is being used on the state. Okay, I need 4 tables and 20 chairs. End of story.
Do you rent it out?
We do rent it out. We also donate it to local groups.
Okay, so when you donate it,
Yeah,
your local porter time is your
It's his
expense because.
staff day.
I understand.
yes, it's time he could use something else. But in the scheme of things, what are you talking about? And a half hour?
You rent it to this.
Well-
entity and then to another, but if you rent it, we give free. I mean.
It doesn't matter, because
But it's an ask.
it's
It's
enough.
an ask.
Wow, nobody online, you can, questions, comments online, no questions. So Joy White's,
Make a motion.
no, any questions, comments?
If you're gonna take out the zero additional cost and just leave it like the blanket one at the bottom that covers them all.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, beautiful. So we're gonna pretty much, back and forth. Any kind of motions, motion, Angela?
Yes, motion to approve the letter.
This
Oh, wonderful. Okay, Bob? You're,
Okay. Okay,
and thank you, making.
No.
In one more.
Oh,
To make Mike Silverman to work on the list.
yeah.
that-
It's probably, no, you're right. Actually, that's very important. So when it's helps our letters.
If I need my.
It's not You know where the delete button is, right?
No, no.
Oh, motion, I'm sorry. All right, so let's vote and, Bob, please.
Yes.
Stan,
Yes, please.
Angela,
Yes.
Marion.
Yes.
Charlene,
Yes.
Jeannie.
Yes.
Jaren,
Yes.
Yelena,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Joanne,
Yes.
motion carried.
You really need to Brian. He would say, yes, of course.
Go.
Alright, is there any old business, new business? Last chance. Second.